Welcome back. All right, quick news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Sunday. It is June the 8th. Trois-Rivières, they got it done yesterday. I was going to say last night, but technically it started at noon my time. And I would have probably watched and reviewed it if I wasn't going to a concert, but I was going to a concert. And so Trois-Rivières wins the Kelly Cup with a 4-1 win against Toledo in Game 5. So they win the series 4-1, the game 4-1. And looking at the stat line, I had to look up the goaltender for Trois-Rivières because he makes 48 saves on 49 shots. And I found out Luke Cavelin was born in Swindon. Yeah, he's born in Great Britain. So, yeah, I think that's great. I haven't seen a British-born player on the board. I don't think in a news video. I don't know that that's happened. Not for a long time, anyways. But, congratulations to him, to Trois-Rivières, and hopefully that goaltender has a lot of meals paid for him by the team and by his teammates, because saving 48 out of 49 while Trois-Rivières had 25 shots in the game tells you goalie kind of helped them steal that one, and they win the series 4-1, the game 4-1. And so congratulations to Trois-Rivières and the Montreal Canadiens franchise too, because this is their ECHL team. The New York Rangers. Arthur Staple reports that the Rangers are looking to shake up their roster. I think we're going to get a very noisy couple of weeks once the Stanley Cup Final's done. I think there's going to be trades. I think there's going to be buyouts when we get into the summer as well. I think teams are going to be looking to create cap space that don't have it. The Rangers are one of the teams that have less cap space than most of the others. And so they may be looking to move a contract that could help them free up some money. There are the untouchables, Shesterkin, Panarin, Fox. Those types will be untouchable, but there are others that are in play. I've seen rumors about Keandre Miller, for instance. Apparently he may be in play. He's a restricted free agent this summer. I believe it's this summer Keandre Miller's a free agent. Either way, the New York Rangers looking to shake things up, and as I put here in red, the team needs cap space if they're going to get any high-profile, unrestricted free agents. So if they want to go get Gavrikov, they're going to need more cap space than what they have right now. Corey Perry. And it's interesting, too, because I was reading an article on Corey Perry, and Brad Marchand gets mentioned, and there's an article on Sam Bennett. I don't know that we have ever had a Stanley Cup final that features so many polarizing players that fans will talk about how dirty they are and all these other things about their play. And so it's interesting to see all these players against one another. Edmonton has them, so does Florida. But Perry earned a $100,000 bonus, Puckpedia reporting this, that he gets for the Oilers winning 3 rounds, getting to the Stanley Cup final, and he played more than half the games. So $100,000, not too shabby for Corey Perry. That gets added to next year's salary cap for the Edmonton Oilers, so that takes $100,000 off of what they have available next year for their players. That's how those bonuses work. So when you hear about a bunch of cash bonuses that are baked into a contract that a player's going to reach, those cash bonuses get thrown onto the following year's salary cap. And also I saw that in terms of 5-on-5 play, this series has been as even as any series you can imagine. So from an analytics perspective, expected goals through the first 2 games, played 5-on-5, Edmonton has a 50.04% in expected goals, and the Panthers 49.96%. So absolutely incredible numbers there. That's as even as you can possibly get. We'll see what happens in Game 3 tomorrow, which of course is going to be in Florida. Brad Marchand, speaking of the controversial players that are in this final, more and more talk about how Marchand's been a brilliant rental for the Florida Panthers. He went to Boston and told them that he wanted to go to Florida, so this was his call, and it has been a great pickup for the Florida Panthers. Brad Marchand, if Florida does end up pulling this off and winning the Stanley Cup, he's going to be one of the first guys who gets that cup handed to him, because he has been a key player for Florida. And if they do win the Stanley Cup, knowing Marchand from all the years of watching him in Boston, he will be willing to sign for less money in Florida than he might make somewhere else if he feels like he has a chance to win another championship. So Marchand has really been revitalized with the trade to Florida. He wasn't having a great season in Boston prior to the trade. And so, yeah, the rental just keeps looking better and better for the Florida Panthers, as does the acquisition of Seth Jones. It is remarkable how taking a player from one organization, moving him to another, will take a guy who everybody talks about how useless and terrible he is and make him look pretty darn good. So, yeah, it's one thing to keep in mind when you're talking about a player on a team. Oh, that guy just sucks and he's terrible. Sometimes the guy just needs a change of scenery, as was the case with Jones, and clearly with Marchand, he's been helped by the change of scenery as well. Tonight, Abbotsford is the location where hockey's being played, so I will be going to this game tonight. It starts at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. I know that it's available on Flow Hockey. I don't know where that's free and where it's not. I know it's free in certain. I think it's free in certain places. I don't know. Either way, finding live streams of these games have been sometimes easy and sometimes challenging. But Texas and Abbotsford tonight. If Abbotsford wins, they win the series. So I may see handshakes tonight. If I don't see them tonight, I won't see them tomorrow. Game 7 is tomorrow. Also here in Abbotsford, of course. They're not going to have them play game back-to-back nights and have the second night in a different city. But Game 7's tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to see that if they do need Game 7, as Game 7, of course, will overlap with Game 3 between Edmonton and Florida. No, I'm not going to delay the Stanley Cup final review so I can go watch an AHL game. As much as I would love to watch the Abbotsford Canucks win or just see the end of a series live, no, I'd rather just watch it tonight. So Abbotsford just ends that tonight. We don't have to worry about it. And then I can start thinking about going to watch games in the final potentially, right? Like if Abbotsford gets through, I could go and see Calder Cup final games live. That'd be awesome. So at any rate, there you go. I'm going to do a review of the concert I watched last night on the Entertainment Guy channel as well. So it was a different night, very different experience for me last night than anything I've ever had at concerts. So I will definitely have some stuff to talk about there. But for now, I'm done. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.